Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of Wet n Wild makeup. I'm so excited because I have never done a full face video of any kind. I've always wanted to. I mostly have never done it because it is super expensive. Like I spent $60 at the store, but hey, you know, anything for the channel. So without further ado, let's dive on into a full face of Wet n Wild makeup. Alright guys, so the only thing I did was my brows because I don't really use brow product. I just use brow soap that I get from Amazon. So I mean, couldn't really do that with this. So I cut that out. For primers, I have two different primers. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Primer. And then I also picked up their primer, Mr. Primer Water. It's a 3-in-1, so you can prime, refresh, and set with this. But I got a different setting spray. That's what I'm looking for. Anyways, let's go on with this. I have used this before some products. I've always liked Wet n Wild, to be honest. So some products I already had in my collection and didn't see no reason to repurchase. With this, you don't need a whole lot because it is very, very glowy, which is another reason why I like it. See that little glow? I like that a lot. I cannot do a tutorial without my glasses. Yeah, you see how glowy that gives? Okay, I like that. So we're going to go ahead and go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 Priming Water that I mentioned just a minute ago. Here comes the rain. My kids are actually at the park right now, so I'm sure they'll be home soon. The smell of cucumber right off the rip. I was opening the package. I went ahead and pre-opened everything to save time, and it was amazing. I'm just trying to... Mister looks nice. Oh yeah, okay. So that cucumber isn't overpowering, but it's really nice. I feel like the sprayer could be a little bit finer, but I think that's just me being picky. It's still really nice, refreshing when your skin's feeling tight like mine was, or dry. It's perfect for a pinch, and it was really super cheap, like $5. So I like this. Okay, so let's set that off to the side. So we're gonna jump in with foundation first because I'm just gonna do a neutral look, and I know I never do neutral looks, but this adorable little eyeshadow palette just jumped up at me. So let's go ahead and jump into foundation. This is a Photo Focus Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I love this foundation. It actually made it into my top 5 drugstore foundations on my TikTok if you guys want to check that out. I am in the shade 360C Soft Beige. Like literally, it's so good. Full coverage. I love the applicator on this. I don't want the smell, but you know, can't have it all, you know. Make sure my sponge is completely dry, or not dry, but it's damp. But sometimes I don't wring all the water out, and it makes my foundation come up. Okay, so just blending that in. Yeah, I like that. Matched with that primer, I think it's really nice. Alright guys, so foundation is on. That's just one coat, and I really like it. It's a perfect shade match, which is like amazing. Hard to find a good shade match, but yeah, I mean, you can see that little bit of dew, especially in my forehead and stuff. I just love it. It looks really, really good. Okay, so moving on, let's put on some concealer. I have two cream products. Let's go ahead and apply those now. I have, this is the only kind of concealer that I could find from them. It's their Wet n Wild Mega Glow makeup stick in the conceal stick. You know how they have like a blush, a contour, and a conceal. So I'm hoping this works for concealer. I got the shade 808 Nude for Thought, and then of course I got their blush, which I've had this. This is in Peach Bums. So we're gonna try to make this work as blush or as concealer. I've never used a concealer like this before, so I'm just gonna kind of, it seems to be pretty creamy, so I mean, I'm just gonna put it all the way underneath my eye, which I normally don't do. I do it in the corner and then on the edge, but I'm gonna put some on my lid just to get my eyeshadows ready, or my eyelids ready for eyeshadow, because they don't have an eyelid primer, or eyeshadow primer. Alright, then I'm going to disperse that across the high points of the face to blend everything, or to balance everything out, pardon me. And then, real quick, I'm just going to put this right on my face. I've done it before, and it worked out pretty good. And I do this kind of high, just like that, and I like a lot of blush anyways. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try and blend this out. Blush on my nose there. All right, let's pop the glasses on before we set to kind of see where we're at. Oh, okay, yeah, that blended out good. I mean, it gave me enough coverage, I feel like, surprisingly enough. Like, I don't feel like there's nothing on, you know what I mean? So it's enough for me. All right, so to set underneath the eyes, I went ahead and picked up their Mega Glow contouring palette, and it's in the shade Dulce de Leche, and they have this super light one that I think would be perfect to set underneath the eyes with. And then I have an all over, I have a translucent powder that we can set the rest of the face with. And just tap off the excess. I'm hoping this brightens it, but it was kind of a brighter shade. So, just like that. Then we're just gonna hit my nose. And just kind of tap that. Oh, and get my lids. I picked this up. It's a Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. I picked one of these up from Walmart like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a banana one, and I didn't like it at all. But I almost feel like to use banana powder, you gotta be a little darker than me. Like I said, this is in the shade translucent. I don't need a whole bunch because I already set my teasing. Yeah, I think that's probably too much, but I'm like super duper heavy handed. So we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. powder brush. Take my glasses off again. I just can't see nothing. And I'm just gonna kind of coat my brush and then just tap off the excess because I don't want to be dry. I don't know what this powder is gonna do to my face, so I like to err on the side of caution. So it's gonna put a lot on there at first. So I'm just gonna kind of disperse it a little bit, and then I don't like to set with loose powder all over my face. I'd rather do press so it doesn't do all this. It doesn't fly everywhere. But I like to bake with loose powder. Ooh, look at that powder. Ooh, my skin looks amazing. Wet n Wild. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that looks good. I really do like this powder. I'm super glad that I did this video and I picked it up because I can see myself using it. Let's go ahead and keep this in the pan so I can maybe clean up my jawline when I get done. I don't have any cream. As I told you guys in the last video, nobody carries cream contour sticks, but I do have a cream contour stick from them. But I'm going to jump into this palette, this powder one, and I'm going to try and do like a little powdered bronze, and then I'm gonna, or powdered contour action here. Don't know how dark this is. Oh, it don't seem bad. It seems a little dark, but a lot. It looks a little crazy right now. I know what you're thinking, but trust the process. It will all come together. I promise. I do like this though. Like everything I've used so far, I'm not mad about it all. Right, like obsessive right now. Seriously. Okay, so now that we have that, and we're gonna go ahead. I really do like this. I'm so glad I picked it up. I thought I like picked everything up, really. Okay, so then we're gonna go in. I'm a little nervous about this, but excited at the same time. I picked up their Color Icon bronzer, and this is in Ticket to Brazil, the only shade they had, and it looks dark. So I don't know. It looks like it's got a little bit of shimmer to it. Actually, don't look too bad. Maybe it just looks really dark in the pan. I don't know. Let's go ahead very lightly and see. No, it seems like it's kind of. Actually, I think it's going to be perfect just to kind of blend out that contour. That's the only thing I don't like about powder contours, because you really just need a bronzer to kind of, but I use bronzer anyway, so it don't really matter. But just a little bit, I feel like. A little goes a long way with this. Lord have mercy. Okay, so yeah, I really, really like that. Okay, so now we're going to do some blush. Actually, you know what? First, I'm going to clean up my jawline. So I'm just going to. Look how good that is. Like the angle on that. I mean, maybe I went a little too high. Or a little too low, but that's alright. Make sure the other one's even, huh? Might as well get the chin too. Yeah, like a little beard. Look at me. Really, really like this powder so far. This is the only kind that my Dollar General had, was the translucent kind, but I'm digging it. I like a translucent powder. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's let that set. Let's go ahead and set our cream blush with some powdered blushes. They have 3 different blushes, and I had all these in my collection. They have this one, which is like a blush lighter. I kind of use it as a blush topper if I'm feeling a little extra glowy or I want to skip highlighter. I'll dip into this, which is in the shade Highlight Bling. Then they have 2 different, what are these? They're just their Color Icon blushes. This one is in the shade Pearlescent Pink, which is my favorite one, by the way. And then they have this one, which is called Nudist Society, which I think is too light, which I mean also could be used as a blush topper. So I'm going to go in with this one, and I feel like it goes great with that cream blush that we have going on. So, push my glasses up so I can really get my nose. And this is pigmented. Like, see what I'm saying? Maybe we'll take that other blush and just kind of top it. Yeah, I like those together. I never really tried all 3 of them before, but that looks so good. Now let's do our highlighter real quick. I love this highlighter. It's literally one of my favorites. It's like one of them icing white blinding highlights. And I just use the tiniest bit. Like, look at that. It's literally all that you need. Right? Like, so good. Okay, so now that we have that going for us, everything is done. Let's go ahead and do our eye look. Picked up this little palette. It's got 5 different colors in here. It's got a really dark color, which I'm hoping to be great for a little smoky eye. And I picked it up for this shade right here, which is gorgeous. Okay, so let's jump into this eye palette. By the way, this is in the shade Camo Flaunt. I don't think I mentioned that. But look how freaking pretty. These almost look like glitters. So yeah, look at that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with that, unfortunately. But this one, maybe. I don't know. I feel like these are hit or miss. Like the mattes are really good, but then these are just not so much. But first, let's go ahead, take my big fluffy J H30 brush into this shade right here, which they don't give me shade names. Really wish they would. A lot of fallout here, but I always expect that with an eyeshadow palette. We're just kind of buff this right in the upper crease here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is take this small fluffy brush I got from Morphe, into this dark brown right here and kind of deepen up the inner or the outer corner. I feel like these shades are just put into the palette just for that, or put into palettes in general for that. Really just feeling just a smoked out deal here today. I'm really hoping the shimmers hold. Hoping something holds here. Alright guys, so sorry about that. The kids are needing their mama today. Okay, so let's continue to smoke that out. I feel like that looks really, really good. And I'm really hoping, holding on to hope that this shimmer comes through. Come on, Wet n Wild. I really need you to. You can't make a palette that looks really good and then not perform. I hate when that happens. Like, seriously. Seriously. What are you guys making for dinner tonight? I'm doing cheeseburgers. My kids love cheeseburgers, and it's like one of the only things that my 4-year-old will eat. She's in that whole not wanting meat stage, you know. Can any of you guys relate? Yeah, okay, look how smoky that looks. I'm obsessed. We're going to try to go in with this, maybe top it with this. Hoping. So we're going to spray our brush, obviously. And I'm actually going to spray our brush with this setting spray that we got here. No, yeah, let's do that. With this Photo Focus Natural Finish setting spray. We're going to use it to set our face here in a little bit. But I dare not use a shimmer without spraying it. Especially when it looks that sketchy. So, we're going to open bright. Oh, I'm so nervous. You guys ever get like that? Like, oh, okay. That looks good. Alright, Wet n Wild, I'm sorry. That looks good. Okay. Alright, I'm happy now. I'm good. I'm not nervous no more. Okay, it is a little splotchy, I will say. But we're making it work. And that's really, I wasn't even really hopeful that it would work, so shame on me because it looks great. I'm gonna get ballsy, guys. Okay. We're going to put some of that glittery, prettyish color here on my brush, and it's literally nothing but glitter. It almost looks like the gel glitter, you know what I'm talking about? Like that gooey, goopy Halloween makeup. I'm gonna put it right here in the center. Ooh, okay. It's not, I don't think, an all over the lid color. But it's pretty for a little pop. I mean, I don't hate it, to be honest. Take a look. Super shook right now. Like, this is amazing. Okay, so, no obsession. I love this. Like, and I wasn't even expecting anything amazing, and I should have. I so should have. Like, Ashley, what are you doing with your life? Let's go ahead and buff that. Since we have so much going on, let's buff that light color that we used in the very beginning. Underneath, I'm not used to doing my lower lash line so soon because I always do my eye look first. As you guys know, if you watch my channel. Thank you. Much love to those that do. Let's try this pretty color right here. Let's try this on our like a rose gold. I have got to take this off, but look at that. Oh. Okay, real quick, let's brush this away because it's been on for a steady 10-15 minutes, and I really don't leave it on that long. But look how sharp that looks now. You see that? I got two liners. I got a liner to tight line with. It's their Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Retractable Gel Eyeliner. This is obviously in the shade Blackest Black. I can literally see nothing but sparkles. I hope this won't give me a headache. I'm so sensitive. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm hopeful. And then I got the Wet n Wild H2O Proof. So just like a waterproof liquid eyeliner. Hopefully it dries down black. It isn't shiny or anything. Ooh, look at that tip. Ooh, it's like a hard tip. Okay. All of a sudden, not a fan. But it looks pretty black. Okay, guys. Maybe the hard tip will make it easier to make a wing, but now I'm afraid it's going to hurt the heck out of my eyeball. And then for mascara, I've heard a lot of things about this, kind of mixed a little bit. I got the Wet n Wild Big Pop of Mascara. I'm going to pop this over top of my falsies, but I'll do all that off camera because Wet n Wild doesn't have falsies. Wet n Wild, get some falsies, please. Alright, let's go ahead and check all that out. Okay, guys, the lashes are on. These are from Kiss, by the way. Now, they're my favorite. I'm obsessed. After I got the lashes on, the look just come together. And I feel like these would be perfect for, like, prom or homecoming or even your wedding. Like, I think I should do this for my wedding. Like, I'm obsessed. Okay, so let's go ahead. I did that black eyeliner on my waterline. I never do black on my waterline. Like, it's been forever. Let's go ahead and pop this highlighter that we used on our face in our inner corner. I feel like we could brighten this look up just a touch. We're looking nice and dark and sultry today. Okay, so let's set our face really quick. We're gonna hop into this setting spray, the natural finish one. Oh my god, good mister. Just natural. I mean, it's right there in the name. I really like it. It's got a light perfume smell, not as strong as the Milani one, but I like it. Oh, and I needed that really bad because so many powders tend to get kind of heavy on your skin and get a little drying. One of these days I'm gonna get a fan. Kind of checking on my lashes because sometimes I just want to pop off with all the glitters and eyeshadows and stuff. Okay, so yeah, like so far, guys, I'm loving everything almost. Besides, you know, an eyeliner. We won't talk about that. Well, let's not get negative. Okay, so let's hop into this Big Pop mascara. Hopefully it does as good as the rest of them. Different wand, different wand. It kind of feels kind of rough. Just on initial application, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't love the applicator on this, if I'm being totally honest. It's like really rough. But it does okay for my lashes, but I don't see myself using this a whole lot in the future, so that's my honest opinion for you guys. Let's pop on my yeah, I mean, it does okay. My lower lashes look all right, but I don't know, it's just not my favorite. All right, so let's jump into our last product, which is the lip. Okay, guys, so like I said, we're gonna do lipsticks. I picked up 2 other matte lipsticks, and I also picked up a just clear gloss because I don't have one and I really need one. Hopefully it's not sticky. Okay, so I picked let's see here, they're Mega Last matte lipsticks. This one is in the shade Cherry Picking, and then this one here is in the shade Spotlight Red. So this is more of a pinky, this is more of a red. I wanted something bright because I was going to do a neutral look. And I'm thinking red. I feel like red would go really pretty with this. But we can go ahead and swatch and see what we got going on here. This one is the Cherry Picking one, which is, yeah, it's like a mauve-y. Look at that, very bright in your face, which is the colors I love, especially for spring and summer. But we're going to put that off to the side because we're going to use something. We're going to use this one. This is the cherry, no, this is the, what did I say that was? Spotlight Red, Spotlight Red. That is bright red. It's more like, oh no, maybe. Oh yeah, that's bright red. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, that's like a perfect match. You see that? Oh, they feel, once you get them going, they start to feel comfortable, but they was really rough to get on. Like, I put one on my daughter before I started filming, and her lips are just super pencil thin. I mean, she's only 4, but I feel like you gotta get them warmed up. But this is the color that I used on her. There we go. Yes. What do we think? I like the lipstick. It feels comfortable. It's kind of rough to get on at first. I would definitely use a lip liner. Don't try and freehand it. That's my personal advice. I don't think it's going to be kiss proof. Yeah, definitely not kiss proof, but I don't feel like it's going to be super drying either. But let's wear it, and I will definitely update the description box to let you guys know. I also picked up the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks lip gloss, and this is just in the shade Crystal Clear. Let's just pop some of this on just to kind of see if it's sticky, see if it's, yeah, look at that. That's kind of bad. I don't think it's gonna come off. Oh well. Yeah, it's just gonna, it doesn't feel very thick at all. I hope I'm not ruining this. Oh, it's only a few bucks. Yeah, the gloss feels comfortable. It's not sticky or anything. I feel like you do have to get a couple coats. It's only a tiny bit comes out on this little doe applicator. But I mean, hey, that's alright because everything that I got was like really good. Besides that eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner was terrible. I do not recommend, like, literally get anything else. And then what else was it, guys? Oh, that big pop of mascara. Yeah, it seemed like it did okay. This video I think was a total win. I'm so happy with everything I got. The look turned out amazing. I hope you guys liked this video just as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.